And here we go, our first game in this best of 5. dmwit, dmhero, or dimwit and dmhero, whichever you'd like to pronounce, but it is dmhero. And early on, Dimwit's got a bit of a blockade of viruses right on the top, and it looks like just bad RNG early on for dmhero, so both players in interesting situations.
Yeah, but Dimwit's doing a great job. He's already cleared out most of his right side of the board. Already getting down to about 33 viruses. dmhero, though, not going to be too far behind.
dmhero has a T set up for column 4. He's just waiting for the piece, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, he's got it. He's keeping it close right now, and he's finding a lot of 2 virus clears. That's a good way to go. And
both these players have Sunday experience. I mean, obviously, Dimwit has played in every Sunday we've had, and has only missed one championship match. And meanwhile, dmhero back earlier this year had that great Cinderella run as a 10th seed. Almost took Packy down in the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at dmhero's board, he's only down by about a handful of viruses right now. It's looking pretty good. Dimwit having to deal with a blue heavy topside right now. And it looks like he's going to be dealing with a blue-red top heavy side.
Yeah, and it's still a close game, and dmhero knows he's got to play a little more aggressive because Dimwit is, again, just one of those buzzsaw players, has already decisions made. But again, we talk about this before. dmhero is basically the Encyclopedia Britannica of Dr. Mario, knows all the ins and outs of this game, down to the code level. So he's brilliant at this game and all things Dr. Mario, and is a fan of the game through and through.
Absolutely, and again, dmhero keeping it very tight right now, doing some nice tuck work here. If he gets a red, he's got the red yellow he needs. He's going to get a combo here. That's going to be really good.
And a lead opening up for dmhero. It's 5-7 right now. But his end game's a little bit jumbled right now. And he's making, I think the call to make that horizontal yellow is the right call, because now he set himself up for easy, quick vertical clears. Now just needs 3 blues, and he can do that horizontally. Meanwhile, Dimwit also down to 2, but dmhero out at 225, and Dimwit now getting hit with RNG, but Dimwit out at about a 229, so 4 seconds between the 1 and the 4 seed right now.
Yeah, it's still very close right now. And again, this is a longer match, so 4 seconds is virtually nothing for these players. So as far as everything's concerned, this is still a dead even contest.
And they're going from 4 levels to 5 per block now. So there's a lot more patience you got to have, knowing that there's that extra level in there.
Absolutely. And looking at Dimwit's board, a lot of variety. He's going to have so many combos. This is going to get whittled down very quickly.
He's got a lot of easy doubles he can shave off right in the middle of his board and make tuck plays. That tuck triple's huge. But dmhero holding on to a lead, has a pretty decent board. There's going to be some draw time concerns, but really both players playing extremely well here on the second level.
Yeah, everything's looking really good. I'm looking at what Dimwit's got on that right side. He's got everything ready to clear out the right. But, he's going to have to deal with drop time, and there it goes.
He's also kind of built himself a little bit of an impact, I guess, or a crater or something, but having to kind of tuck things in forcefully through that left side's going to be trouble. But it's an open board for both players, but dmhero still maintaining that lead, just of a handful of viruses over the last month's champion, rather, in the 1 seed.
Yeah, and looking at dmhero's board, you see that red virus there on the far right side. Looks like that's going to be the last one he grabs.
And that's the right play. When you're in that situation, and he's
built up a drops. Oh wow!
And he's going to drop into a combo to get it out. It's a smart play, setting yourself up for it just in case to have a safety clear if you have nothing else to play. But both players out again, mere seconds away from each other. I would say again that same 4 or 5 second margin, Ethan.
Yeah, it's very close. Oh, and it gets a good combo there from Dimwit to stay in the hunt.
But and Dimwit knows, like, this, Everything is competitive for him, you know, even down to his first round match. But he knows this is where he's really got to play even a little better than he even normally does, because he knows he's going up against a guy like dmhero, who, if you've been in the community long enough, you recognize quickly that he's one of the most formidable players and has been around a long time. Dimwit playing with fire though in columns.
Yeah, he's getting a little scary up there, but he's got it set up nicely. What a combo!
That has slowed him down a bit though, and now it's opened up to about an 8 virus lead for dmhero, who has an absolutely phenomenal board. Not a lot of yellow, but a ton of 1-pill drops, as we just saw with that horizontal clear, and a misplay from Dimwit.
Ooh, yeah, a bit of an error there, but he's got it. He's got everything set up to get it cleared. He'll get that cleaned up a little bit. He's not going to be able to tackle that yellow.
You have to wonder if he's feeling nerves at all from just, you know, the gravity of this being, you know, the championship, the yearly championship rather than a monthly, and you know, not having to qualify and just have everything decided by previous performance. You have to wonder if that's affecting him right now.
It's possible, but he's got it. He's still setting up for a decent recovery from it. But now, yeah, he's still slowing him down considerably. He's now down by 10 viruses. This is going to be not an ideal situation for Dimwit.
Then yeah, this has opened up a 12 virus lead for dmhero, and this is those things that dmhero either will come in and not just have the RNG cooperate with him, or he'll come in and make a deep run. We've seen him do it before. A good drop by dmhero. He's down to his last 3 viruses, and it looks like Dimwit's cleaning up his board. A little bit of garbage in 2 and 3, Ethan, but he's trying to maintain pace.
Yeah, Dimwit tried to go for a tuck, and you see that yellow-red in the bottom of the board. He went for a tuck. It was just 1 frame too late, so I don't think he'll be able to tackle the horizontal blues yet. But he's got everything set up to do so. Yeah, he's cleaning everything up a little bit. That'll take care of everything nicely. What a combo there. That was nice. That'll open up the red. He's not going to be too far behind. He's caught himself up. He's going to be out at 708.
And it's an early struggle for dmhero, so it's a 12 virus margin here on 13, 2 levels to go. As dmhero off to a bit of fixing of his issues, down to 42 viruses, but dmhero has a very surge happy board right now, so we're going to see that drop into a triple horizontal. He's now down to within 5 viruses of the 4 seed. Yeah,
Dimwit's on a very good surge right now, pulling ahead of the pace. Doing a nice job there, getting that nice little tuck too.
And what this is a speedrunner's delight if you get the right RNG on a Dimwit side. So many doubles, so many 1-pill 0 drop plays. I would be frothing at the mouth for this.
Absolutely, this is an ideal situation for Dimwit to catch up, and he's already narrowed the gap down to 2 viruses. But now the board's going to be he's got to hope for a little less yellow at this point. Although he has opened it up onto that onto column 6.
And dmhero making some smart plays, building up his garbage. This is something we like that he's so good at, just from all of his versus experience. Having plays when there's nothing to play. It's one of his biggest strengths, and he's still maintaining pace with Dimwit, but Dimwit only 1 virus behind.
Yeah, actually now taking a 1 virus lead at this point. Looks like he's setting up another horizontal play with that yellow virus in the middle of the board.
All right.
Looking good. Relatively clean board for Dimwit. dmhero, though, gets a... Oh, what a nice L clear there.
He's not ready to take the L just yet, as we see a 3 virus margin between these 2 players, but the momentum and the board health seems to have shifted over in Dimwit's favor, but it is 12-9. Both these players still relatively close. It's that garbage that's going on in column 6 for dmhero that he's going to have to take care of quickly.
Yeah, he's already having to deal with a lot of garbage issues right now. I think he wants to try and horizontal clear those reds underneath.
And I think he's abandoned ship ship on that plan, as it's
Yeah.
one of each color, and Dimwit just needs a blue, and he'll be out at 925. But DM Hero not far behind, but level 14 is the last level, so really this is where you've got to be careful with your strategies and your decisions moving forward. But
Absolutely.
it looks like DM Hero is not going to be too far behind at a 943.
Yeah, so far so good for him. He's still maintaining a close gap.
And there's
with Dimwit.
And there's a slow start that's been going on as a nice zero drop quad horizontal. Let me add more words to that to make it sound better. But he's only down by half a dozen viruses, and he's having a very strong start here on 14.
Yeah, doing a very nice job here. Looking at Dimwit's board, it's got a lot of variety on there. Nice T clear there from Dimwit.
And now some RNG troubles that DM Hero is running into because he doesn't have a lot of red he can address. So he's now forced to try to clear something just so he has something to play. Gonna play some drop, and he's down by 10 viruses as it looks like Dimwit's starting to surge again through 14.
Yeah, doing another bit of a surge, but now he's got no room for blues, and he's going to start running out of room for reds at some point. So he's going to get very dependent on color RNG at this point.
And we see DM Hero has his board cleaned up, but he's got to come back from 13 viruses. He's going to need a lot of blues, and RNG is not giving them to him. And yellows are even less helpful than the reds he's been getting.
No, yeah, it's not been helpful at all. Although Dimwit is still managing to, he's slowed down a little bit, but I don't think it's enough for DM Hero to be able to get a good surge going to catch up. He's only down by 13 viruses, though. It could still happen.
What DM Hero really needs to do, and if RNG cooperates, is he needs to open that right side of the board up. There's a lot of small plays he can make to start clearing some viruses out. As he's starting to clear the garbage with minimal drop time with it. But I mean, he can only do so much with what he's given, and not being able to clear anything is hampering them. As it's now, as after that big combo, a 20 virus lead for the 1 seed Dimwit, and it looks like it's going to be game 1 to Dimwit.
It's looking at so far. It's definitely not official yet, but we're looking at it, keeping an eye on it. Is he gonna go? Yeah, it looks like he's setting up for a horizontal for a double play here.
I think he's going for a little bit of swag here.
Yeah,
he's got 2 viruses to clear out, and I think he's going to commit to a.
He's committing to a horizontal there. He'll get out.
Clearing out that out.
And a 1209.
And again, that 14 RNG was absolutely brutal for DM Hero. He could not do anything. He was handcuffed almost from the work. So
yeah, that was so disappointing to see the RNG do that for DM Hero. But it's 1 game for Dimwit in this best of 5.
DM Hero, either that's a Mountain Dew or some good old microbrew.
Well, I'm definitely doing a do for sure. So I think that's definitely a good choice.
Oh, showing us off that beer. Good stuff. I know a bunch of us will probably get together for a couple after once we're able to play this together live once again. We've got her ready from Dimwit, and the GGs are turning into DDs for good Daves, Dive Daves. I don't know.
Good Dame.
Anyways, I'm not going to make any further comments about that. Wait for damn Dave. Okay, I love it. We got readies from both players. We're going to start the second game right here and right now. DM Hero out of the gates first. It's about a 3-second difference between these two players, and that may make a difference. As we've seen games decided by mere seconds.
Yeah, we have.
And a very diverse board for DM Hero. But a low-hanging board again for Dimwit, and we were talking about this earlier in when the Daves were playing each other. The trap you cannot fall into is to focus hard on the lower side of a low-hanging board like that.
Yeah, that's very true. You really got to keep yourself focused on taking care of those 0 drops or 1 drops in order to maintain your pill efficiency. Looks like Dimwit's doing a good job. He's going to have that little overhang on the left side. He's taking care of that right now.
And it's a handful of viruses between these two players. Both players have good, clean boards for the most part. and it's now a bit of a lead to dmhero here in this best of 5 semifinal. And it looks like both players just kind of trading punches right now. A bit of an advantage to dmhero. It's 16-20, and it looks like dimwit's a bit hung up with some RNG early on 10.
Yeah, he's having to deal with a little bit of issues with it. You can kind of see he's setting up that long drop there on the right side, hoping he can get a little bit of good RNG over there.
And dmhero taking advantage of the situation right now, and I think we're going to try to see dmhero maybe camp out a bit for a double red. I think he's abandoned ship on that. Probably a good call. Now he's, I think, just looking for a T clear. He's going to get that double red he was looking for earlier, so he'll get the T clear. But it has handcuffed him a little bit. He is down to 5 viruses. Dimwit has closed the gap a bit. It's now 8-5 here early on, as I think we're going to see a horizontal clear in dmhero's future.
Yeah, he's got it set up. Oh, okay, yeah, that's the right way to go.
And we're seeing a big combo here from Dimwit. He's now down to 2. And dmhero also down to 2. But that big drop time, that's going to get dmhero out first at a 2:13. And
Dimwit's not getting RNG.
He's in a drought. He's going to be out at a 2:18, a 5-second difference between these two players. But again, you see it. You can see it at every level of this game. That frustrating end game RNG that the only thing you can do is press down and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, it's one of the most frustrating things about this game. You know the piece you want. You know the piece has to come, but the game just decides no.
Looking at boards here. It's a bit of a double friendly board, 0 drop double, and 1 pill play board for Dimwit. dmhero's got some 1 drop friendly plays here, but not a lot of 0 drop friendly plays.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about a 1 or 2 drop average for dmhero on his board. Although he's leveling things out a little bit, things are looking good for him right now. Still holding on to a minimal lead, but Dimwit is starting to go on a bit of an attack here.
But so is dmhero, as you say that. A quick double 0 drop right there. He's now down to under 21st. He's now opened his lead to double digits and really starting to surge. A lot of down pressing and a lot of quick double clears. We just saw 2 reds, 2 blues go away immediately, and he's already down to 10 viruses.
Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic work from dmhero. Just doing great pill placement, and he's setting up for a good end game scenario right now.
5 viruses to go for dmhero, 20 to go for Dimwit, and what we're seeing is just a rare struggle for the 1 seed right now. If he gets hung up by bad RNG, he tries to be creative and try to have plays built up for the future, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, there is not much you can do with it, unfortunately, and already dmhero is already looking up to set up some doubles in level 12.
dmhero has a speedrunner friendly board right now. A lot of doubles, both directions that are minimal drops. I think we're going to see him really open up a lead here.
Yeah, this is going to be a great chance for dmhero to extend his lead. And again, setting up all those doubles, doing a great job with it.
Our man in the chat field, Chris Bidwell, reporting dmhero did shave for the semifinal Sunday here today. We'll be talking with him in a little bit. But right now we're looking at Dimwit down to 2 viruses, but we're just seeing absolute monster play right now from dmhero in the second game. But it will be a sub 5 out of 11, which 455. But as we see Dimwit enter 12, he is down by almost 30 viruses.
Yeah, this is insane gameplay from dmhero. He's doing such a fantastic job with this. Keeping those pieces so close together is absolutely paramount for him right now. He's got to keep that efficiency going. Otherwise, Dimwit's going to start. He's got a friendly board right now. He's got some good variety on it. He gets a little double there for his for reward. And I think this might be a little more friendlier for Dimwit right now.
It is friendlier for Dimwit, and also to note, it's starting to become yellow and red dependent for dmhero. As blue viruses, he can't really access. As I say that, he does have access to that blue virus in 6, and is going to, I think, probably do the possible horizontal play. I think he switched gears to vertical on that. but he wants to maintain the horizontal on that yellow right below it. He's down to 8 viruses. This is giving Dimwit the opportunity to catch up, as it's now about a 15 virus game.
Yeah, Dimwit's doing a great job surging ahead right now. He's managed to narrow this gap considerably. Now looking still to be about a 15 virus difference right now.
And a great drop combo there from dmhero. He's going to be down to 2. But it's now turning into a yellow-red dependency on 12. It's Dimwit's turn for that. And a lot of stuff hung up pretty high. But the benefit of that is if we see a double red, we're going to see some efficient clears.
Yeah, and some good efficient play from dmhero. He's already into level 13 now.
And got out at, I want to say, around a 625, 630. Right around that range, and now we're seeing those doubles start to rain down on Dimwit's board. I think Dimwit's pretty much committed to those double reds up top on 8 being his last play.
Yeah. Although he's got a double yellow, he can go ahead and knock that out.
Excellent. I think that's an excellent decision, and now he just needs a handful of reds, 3 reds, and he'll be out. And again,
2 more. He's going to get what he needs. He's out at 702.
702 for Dimwit. And it's still a 20 virus margin. He got hung up at the end of 12, just like dmhero did. But it really seems like dmhero really not wanting to go down 0-2.
Absolutely, but Dimwit's doing a great job narrowing that gap. What was once a 30 virus lead, now down to 20. So if he can keep that pace up, he can make it a close one going into 14.
And I'm not going to curse anything, but we could see something historic here out of dmhero.
We might. It's in the realm of possibility, but let's see how it plays out first. We won't bring it up.
Thanks, Dad. Anyways, 14 viruses to go for dmhero, 29 for
What a cross clear there from Dimwit. What a play.
Brilliant cross clear. And Dimwit's got, again, a lot of double friendly plays. Really starting to think about those horizontal moves as he's down to 24 viruses, but now single digits for dmhero, and that's a great tuck, fat lightning bolt.
Oh, and it gets into a nice combo, too.
And dmhero is going to be out at 13 at a very good time, Ethan. That time is going to be, looks to be sub 830s, 827. Yeah. So I think all eyes are going to be on dmhero's board, but Dimwit's starting to surge back here. I like his end game, and he's got a lot of opportunities, but again, he's 2 color dependent.
Yeah, he's very red and blue dependent right now. He can't really do anything with his yellows, unfortunately. Looks like he's going to try to get a horizontal clear of those blues.
And you see he's even trying to make plays where he can, even if there's nothing to clear as far as viruses go. He did clear out some garbage and set up something for that red virus. Meanwhile, dmhero has a double friendly board, but he's got to start cracking things open, and that looks like his MO right now, as he has 46 viruses to go here on level 14.
Yeah, now bringing that down to 40. He's opened up column 7, so he has a place to put some garbage if he needs to. He's already putting that to use because he has almost no place to put.
Dimwit will be out at 924, so the margin is 25. And a lot of doubles, but a lot of those are going to be 1-drops. If you just see those staircases, there's a staircase of reds, a staircase of yellows.
Ooh, and a misplay from Dimwit.
And a big misplay from Dimwit, but he's managed to get RNG to help him clear that out quickly and efficiently. So really no harm, no foul there. Just lost a couple of seconds as opposed to maybe even a dozen seconds or so. 28 viruses to go, and it's really looking... dmhero's MO right now, just try to get this out of reach. And you don't have to play too aggressively, but you don't want to get complacent.
Yeah, if he really shouldn't get complacent because if he has any slowdown at any point, that's going to give Dimwit the opportunity he needs because he's already narrowed that gap down to 14.
But there's really it's one of those situations where you can take a few less risks, but still try to get everything done as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely right there. And already doing some fantastic clear work.
15 or 13 now viruses to go for dmhero as he's going to get a drop triple. Now down to 10 and about to hit single digits with that clear, down to 9 viruses. He is looking for a good time here, and he may get it. But he's got 9 viruses to handle, and he's bit buried in the corner. And I see a double clear for those blues in his future.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to get a little double out of that. He's got the right piece for it. There it goes.
And I think dmhero is going to try to just clear that horizontally since he has the setup.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call. He's going to get the 2 reds out at 11:18.
Just outside of the hot time.
Just by mere seconds.
But a great job there from dmhero taking his first game.
So Dave clear, dive Dave for dmhero as dimwit closing it out, but it's going to be 1-1. And I wouldn't expect anything less of these players. You're going to see these go 3, 4 games, 5 games. I don't think we're going to see any sort of rooms come out today.
I would highly suspect that we don't see any brooms either. And Dimwit he'll finish up at 11:51.
And dmhero saying 11 saved me. That was an absolute baller 11. I think that was what the difference maker was between these two as we go into game 3.
Yeah, we're getting everything set up now for game number 3. We have a ready from dmhero and a ready from Dimwit. Looks like we are set to go. And we're counting it down for 3, 2, 1, go.
And both players off. And interesting board for dmhero. He can kind of crack through and play some tucks underneath. And that's immediately what he's going to do with those 2 double yellows. Right call there. Not very double friendly for Dimwit, but opportunities to sink down as well into his board with some easy early plays here. I gotta say I would favor Dimwit's board just slightly over dmhero's.
Yeah, dmhero's already lost some yellow space, so he can't really do anything with that color. But he's making good use of it, turning it into efficient garbage play. Got a nice little tuck there. Nicely done there. Now he's opened up some yellow.
And both players playing at still a pretty good pace. It is 25 viruses for Dimwit, 27 for dmhero. As dmhero's dealing with some garbage up top on the center of his board. Now looking to set up some combinations, and he will there with that those 2 viruses. And now we'll be down to 24, but Dimwit now opening up a can.
Yeah, he's really chowed down on it. Had a couple of great combos to boot. Now getting down to 11 viruses. dmhero having to knock down a bit of a spire, but doing a good job with it. And again, still having trouble with yellow placement. He's got no place to put them.
He's kind of being forced to be a bit creative with his decision making with those yellows, but he is also getting double yellows, which is beneficial in a situation like that. Really lets you direct what you want to do with future plays. But it's a 139 with that T clear. Excellent 10 time for Dimwit. He's going to be moving on to 11 first, and again, looks like the struggle this time going to dmhero.
Yeah, having a little bit of trouble right now. He's opened up that red. That's a good way to do that. I think he might be waiting for a double blue at some point. We already sealed that off now, so he can't really do anything with it yet.
He is alternating into a horizontal clear for that blue in column 5. I think that's the right call. He does seem to be camping out for a double blue.
Oh, there's the double blue. It popped in.
It's going to be a 2-minute 16, so about a 30-second difference, 40-second difference between the players, and a 20 virus difference as Dimwit has been absolutely torching 11. Kind of a bit of a turning of the tables here in this third game.
Yeah, Dimwit kind of getting the favor of the RNG here a little bit. His level 11 really going fantastically. Gets a nice little staircase combo there.
And again, it's an anti-yellow situation for dmhero right now, and I think he's going to be camping out. But this is such a great strength of dmhero. He's so good at finding those plays and making something happen. There may be a little bit of garbage, and he does take that into account with some of these decisions. But you see those double clears. Those are clears you don't even think about. When you're getting into this game, and even at I've been playing this for such a long time. Those are clears I rarely see.
Yeah. Oh wow. And looking at Dimwit Sports, he's got a bit of a spire issue there in column 3. A lot of yellow.
He has
Doesn't have much to work with.
He has dug down and has buried some stuff in the lower corner, but has horizontal eligibility on those two pills those two viruses rather in the corner. dmhero really trying to close the gap, and he is. But now his big problem is going to be drop time, as he's got stacks in columns 1 and 8, which is almost a death sentence.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm trying to see. It looks like Dimwit's running for a double. He gets
Dimwit
it. He's out.
47.
Woo! My goodness. All right. So Dimwit taking the early lead going into stage 12.
If I was in dmhero's situation and I had that board, I may be slamming on that reset button, because it's not optimal, not by any stretch of the imagination. But he is trying to keep things tight, and is down to 5 viruses, so he will be far behind. But looking at Dimwit's board here on 12, Ethan, I do like it. There's a lot of really good plays, as we just saw a nice drop setup from Dimwit.
Yeah, he's got a lot of variety on his board. This is going to allow for a lot more openings for him to make, and making some very efficient plays now.
Dimwit really not paying any creed to column 8 right now, though. He has gone on a surge, but at what price? Because he has so much stuff stacked up in column 8 as he does clear that red, but now has to deal with a bit of a crater.
Yeah, but see, dmhero's going to get out at 448.
So he is behind by 30 viruses now. So it seems to be those endgame situations for dmhero, really locking him in. And we're about to see a drop combo. I think he's hunting for a yellow-red to close that out, and there it is. No, he's waiting for a red-blue. There it is. I know what I'm talking about usually. 43 viruses to go for dmhero. But again, it's these high-stack pills on the side, or viruses on the sides, rather, for Dimwit here, and I think that's going to slow down his endgame.
It will slow him down, because he's going to have to start working on the edges a lot more than he'd like to. He's going to have to start clearing out the bottom on the right-hand side, too, so that's going to be a bit of an issue. And the way he's buried those pills on the right side, he's going to... Looks like he's setting up for a horizontal clear.
And it's a surge-friendly board for dmhero. A lot of doubles, a lot of zero drops. Really, this is a favorable mid-game situation here on 12 for him, as we're at about the 6-minute mark in this third game. But again, it's the corner play, but we do see a great drop there for Dimwit, and he just needs a couple of blues and he'll be out. But dmhero really starting to make some moves here. I like this drop play. Look at this big cross combo.
Oh,
and he
man, what a
into
cross.
combo. But he's still very much behind the 8 ball here as Dimwit goes to 13, and Dimwit with a pretty good board right now. A lot of double opportunities, both horizontally and vertically. 3 staircases, though, right in the middle of his board of different colors. That's going to be a challenge for him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of staircases to deal with, but he is making good use of it. Looks like he's going to say bye-bye to blue for a little while. So that's gonna probably slow him down a little bit.
He can open up some blue if he gets the T clear that he wants, and that's exactly what he did. He does have some blue back down, and he has blue deep in column 4, which I think he's kind of just using as a safety play for a combo, and that's exactly what he's doing. Looking over at dmhero's board, he's got 5 viruses to go, and really just looking to get some sort of momentum here. And he's going to be forced to play horizontally on that red in 3. And that's been the thing, is like he's getting stuck with these really rough endgame situations.
Yeah, it's really kind of disappointing to see, because we all know dmhero's a great player as he gets out at a 7-17. Now looking at about a 35 virus lead, so he's actually lost pace a little bit. But it's like, yeah, the RNG has just not been cooperating at all.
But Dimwit seems to be struggling. He's leaving some stuff hanging in 1 and 2. And I again, it's the board setup. dmhero not getting really a speed-friendly board. Not a lot of doubles. Not a lot of 0 drops or 1 drops. So he's kind of being forced to get a little bit creative with his plays. Maybe a little too creative. And that's what's been really his downfall right now in this third game.
Yeah, it has been. Although he is finding more 1 and 2 drops coming up. He's still got everything nice and compact, so everything should work out well for him at the very least.
But you're seeing plays where he's tucking that blue underneath, and I really like plays like that because you still keep your options open. and it makes those vertical clears involve a lot less drop time when they do get knocked out. But it is 38-6 right now. It is a bit of a gap closure, but it looks like RNG again hitting dmhero hard, and that's been the story of this third game for him.
It really has been. Dimwit just needs one more yellow. He's out at 829, going into level 14, looking to lock in game number 2.
And being up 2-1 in this best of 5 situation is huge. It's going to force the other player to play a little bit more aggressively for those 2 games. And you play aggressive, you tend to make mistakes. But it also puts you in the driver's seat. You don't have to be so risky in game 4. We'll see what happens though, as Dimwit tends to like to lock these things down and not force later games. And I know he wants to keep his stamina in case he does advance and go to the finals. You want to make sure you have all the energy you have for that.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the later factor. So we get a nice little T clear there from Dimwit. Nicely done there.
And Dimwit is struggling a little bit early on here, as he's kind of been forced to crater and is becoming blue dependent on his board. And dmhero is again starting to get a comeback here, starting to build some momentum as he plays a horizontal clear, clearing a double blue. He is down to 14 viruses, but again, it's a bit of burial of a lot of these plays that he's making.
Yeah, and Dimwit's just having a lot of trouble right now. He's only got one red open. He's opened up some yellow a little bit, so red is really not what he wants to see. But it's kind of what he's having to deal with right now. Looking at dmhero, looks like he's going to try to.
I think
he's got everything right he needs.
I think he just doesn't want to get lapped at this point.
He won't. He'll go into 14 to the 10-10,
and he'll have 40 viruses. So again, it's just been RNG and Dimwit just keeping the gas pedal down, as Dimwit now down to under 20 viruses. But I do like dmhero's board. If he can start cracking through some of those red-yellow barriers, he's got a lot of really fun plays he could make.
Yeah, absolutely. And although Dimwit is starting to open up some variety on his board, he's going to get a double here. That's a nice little setup. He's going to get down to 6 viruses, but has no more yellows. So this is going to be a little concerning for him. And now he's got no more blues.
No more blues, but and I think he's going to make the play for the maybe not. Maybe he'll go for the no. He's going to do the drop play. He will be out at an
11 flat.
11 flat, which will be number 5 on the leaderboard, beating the number 5 player of all time, Dimwit. But dmhero just the RNG hit him early, and then it hit him late, and nothing you can do in situations like that.
It just kept smacking him in the face so badly, and it's unfortunate because he is such a good player. But when RNG doesn't cooperate with you, there's not really much you can do with it, unfortunately.
We are going to move on here to our 4th game. Following this, we'll be inviting Dimwit into the booth along with Chris Bidwell to roast us while we have our mics open and play around against each other. I should probably start thinking about firing up my OBS then.
I should too eventually.
I think we've got readies from Dimwit. I think we're waiting on a ready from dmhero. I think he has given us a ready early on.
And the countdown's on, and we're off. Here we go. Game number 4. dmhero looking to stay alive. Dimwit hoping to punch his ticket to the finals. And I am liking Dimwit's board a little bit better than dmhero.
I would actually say I like dmhero's board a bit better, because while it is lower hanging, he's not fallen into the trap of getting confident on one side. He's trying to balance his board, and it's a good call on his part. And even though there is a slight lead, as we're going to see, maybe not across from Dimwit, it's 30-29, so it's still anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, still tied up in the early goings. Dimwit taking a nice little horizontal there. Good way to go. Again, setting up those doubles. Gets a nice little T clear. And another double to boot. He's already surging up, and he's already ahead by 4.
Yeah, excellent play right now by both players, as it's still close, and it's not any rough RNG by any means. I mean, dmhero is maintaining some pretty good color diversity, although now his only blue is in the bottom right-hand corner, so he will have to be forced to be a bit creative. Maybe might have wanted to take that double yellow for a tuck on row 2.
Might have been a good way to go. He's going to get a nice double yellow there. That's beautifully played.
And he does have a triple play right there, so I think he's probably going to wait on the right pill for it. And he's going to do
a big cross. Wow.
5 cross. Amazing play by dmhero. That ties him right back up with the 1 seed. And again, you're going to see a lot more aggressive play out of dmhero at this point, as he's building a spire. It's 149 for Dimwit. And I think we're seeing dmhero trying to set up another horizontal play. Doesn't really need to do it at this point, though. I know he would love to have a red-yellow, though, just to make his life a little easier to get out. No, he's going to do a drop play. Brilliant play by dmhero. He's out at 208. And early on 11, looking at Dimwit's board, some good double opportunities for him, but he's, again, kind of favoring one side. And a lot of horizontal doubles, if that's the play style you prefer, and that is dmhero really likes to play those horizontal clears. So, but early on, it's a 10 virus lead for Dimwit.
Yeah, it's an early lead for him, but now he's starting to get some issues. Now he's starting to open up the yellows and the blues a little bit, but not. And he's going to get a T clear to boot. Nice job there by Dimwit. But after those reds go away, he's gonna have no reds. He's gonna want no reds on his board in the near future.
It is right, and again, this board health for both players a little bit questionable right now, with the high stacking going on Dimwit's side, and just the bit of elaborative setups, but they're helping him keep his board clean on dmhero's side, as he's going to get a double. He's down to 10 viruses to go for Dimwit right now, as he's looking to close the book on this.
Yeah, dmhero down to 24. He's still kind of holding up to about a 15 virus deficit. But getting some good tough plays in. He's playing the best he can, and you can definitely tell he's trying to be aggressive, trying to keep pace with Dimwit, trying to hold on to the pace here. But looks like Dimwit's kind of putting it into another gear.
He absolutely is, as my monitor has just failed, so I'm trying to get it back up here. And it looks like at about a 348 for Dimwit, he's into 12, and a very speed-friendly board for Dimwit. I'm seeing a lot of great double and triple opportunities with one pill.
Yeah. Didn't see the horizontal clear there for the red. Thought he would have gone for it, but he's still setting up for the yellow, so that'll be fine. Yeah, he still sets up some stuff pretty good. Although that long delay drop, I'm surprised he went for that one.
May have been his only play, or the only play he was comfortable with at the time. You rarely are comfortable doing those long drops when you're playing for speed, but sometimes it's better that than having to force some garbage later on.
That's very true, and he's already whittled down about half the board. Looking at dmhero's board, he's got everything set up nicely. He'll get the piece he needs. He's going to be out at a 440.
Play here by dmhero. Despite having again just some really rough going on the RNG, he's really absolutely playing his heart out though to maintain some sort of pace here and try to keep himself alive as he wants to force a game 5 at this point.
Yeah, but the deficit is increasing. It's now down to almost a 35 virus deficit for dmhero. It's going to take a lot of work, and hopefully, it's probably going to rely on a slowdown on Dimwit's side in order to have a chance to catch up.
Absolutely, but again, at this point, it really looks like Dimwit really trying to just create some separation. It is a 25 virus advantage again. So again, Dimwit really trying to open this game up and really make it unattainable to catch up to him.
Yeah, but dmhero is narrowing the gap. He is picking up the pace. He's going to have to start getting a little more aggressive. Nice little T clear there. That's going to narrow it a little bit more, bringing it down to 20. but Dimwit now into level 13, clearing it at a 550.
Absolutely beast time for both players right now. I know I'd be finishing a lot later than that. I apologize. I was getting some stuff set up while commentating at the same time. Blame it on my ADD. We're at 15 for dmhero, 14 viruses to go. I know this chat is cheering him on. You want to see players at their absolute best, and it looks like he's starting to have a strong end game here as he's getting to his last 10 viruses on 12.
Yeah, he's setting up things very nicely. Looks like he's going to go for the double vertically there. That's a good way to go. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's got everything set up ideally right now. He's just got to hope for RNG to cooperate.
That double red is huge. That's the play he wants. He would love a red-blue. He's going to get it, so he just needs that last red, and he'll be out. A very strong end game for dmhero. He's out at a 651, but going into 13, it is a 27 virus advantage. And a pretty decently friendly board. A lot of 0 drops, a lot of 1 drops. But a big blockade on the top third of his virus board. Not something you want to see.
Yeah, it's not a lot of variety up there, unfortunately. He's going to open it up a little bit, but he's, once that yellow clears, he's only going to have 1 red. So dmhero is going to have some trouble now with some dependency.
And it looks like Dimwit having a bit of a struggle because he's got a blockade of his own for the most part on row 2. So he's a bit handcuffed with his options here. And I don't know if that was a misplay. No, it wasn't.
No, it's not. That's a nice advanced drop.
This is why we never say misplay unless we are darn sure. But 12 viruses to go, and now it just looks like Dimwit's got to work that corner out, while dmhero has to basically build that cluster that's been kind of hanging out there in the middle of his board, up in rows, 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah, and dmhero's actually narrowed that gap a little bit more. He's starting to he's turned it into about a 17 virus deficit now. So he's picking up the pace. He's definitely maintaining his aggression. It's just a matter of seeing if he can hold on to that pace a little while longer.
I'm liking the drop setups. He knows he's going to have drop time, so he's trying to, make the best out of the situation. He is down to 16 viruses. It was about an 827 for Dimwit going into the final level, and a possible early misplay by Dimwit in column 7 or 6.
I think that was a bit of a misplay. That might have been an error. Might have been a bit of an error there, but he's going to get the right pieces to clear it out, so he'll have a little more leeway to work with. He should be able to get some recovery going.
He's dropped the offending garbage down 1 row, which is always good. Anything off the top of your board you want to get rid of. You don't want to risk topping out. Not now. But I would even suspect if Dimwit did risk a top out, he would still be able to maintain some pace, but I know it would stay relatively close at that point.
Yeah, it would still be pretty close. dmhero now looking to be on just on the last couple of pieces now. Oh, he really needs some reds. Come on, RNG.
2 reds to go for dmhero, and that's the rare up time you don't want to see a double. Out at 936, and he's going to have to come back from 29 viruses, and with a blue dependent board right now for Dimwit, it's possible. And I also really, really like his board. He's been gifted a beautiful speed board if he can maintain color diversity.
Yeah, I think he can absolutely do that. It's going to be a little blue heavy right now, but he's setting up doubles for it. It's looking pretty good.
And I like how he made the conscious decision. There's going to be a little garbage overhanging, but making that play to do that drop L, beautiful chef's kiss from dmhero as he's narrowed this gap, and he's narrowed it quickly with this. Is he going to go for the horizontal quad? He is. Excellent play by there, and then into another cross. He's down narrowed it to 14, Ethan.
Yeah, dmhero's on a fantastic surge right now. With Dimwit having to be slowed down by that bad play, this has given dmhero a chance to really make a comeback.
And he's He's working hard on this right now. Down to 23. It's 23-8. It may not be attainable, but gosh darn it, DM Hero is going to give him a run for his money. As he gets another drop, it's 14-9, but it's really just a handful of pills now for the 1 seed. It's just going to be a blue-yellow or just a blue and a yellow. Either one of the two would be optimal. I think he's going to play.
He's not getting any blues.
He could play the horizontal, but I think that's going to be it though. At 11:02. Dimwit will be playing in the 2020 Dr. Mario Monthly Championship match as he takes down DM Hero 3-1 in an absolute banger of a match with some of the most heartbreaking RNG I have ever seen.
Yeah, that was just, RNG giveth and RNG taketh away. DM Hero was on a fantastic surge there in that final stage.
If you can, though, please give your props to